with love and passion. And with care and effort comes great food. Ethical, organic, and fresh. We visit a series of restaurants and learn from passionate farmers and chefs who bring you the best of the culinary world, all the way from farm to fork. Philip Aguirre is the youngest of two siblings. Working since the age of 5 has proven Philip's endless passion for the food industry. He takes me on a history of his childhood and takes me on a tour from the Aguirre farm in Chilliwack all the way to the Old Surrey Restaurant.
Most people don't get the opportunity to visit the kitchen at the restaurant that's making their food, but that's what we get to do here today. Here's the kitchen at the Old Surrey Restaurant where they're making some delicious meals.
Founded in 1975, the Old Surrey Restaurant has also reached excellence in their service, providing a mix of sophistication and comfort.
I always played a video game when I was a kid called the Oregon Trail.
Yes,
on
I remember
the Apple one. And you never picked to be the farmer because you never made it through the video game.
Right.
I'm the youngest in the family, and so being the youngest, I've endured the decades of chores in the mornings and after school.
Right.
You know, you learn a lot from your parents, you learn a lot from your siblings of how, the tricks of the trade on the farm.
Yep.
It's a working farm.
And a petting zoo.
There's no petting zoo, there's no wild little mini goats jumping on rocks.
Tell me about the connection that this farm has with the Old Surrey Restaurant.
Well, I mean, we always have these taglines of farm to plate. And
right.
My father is always talking about, what's this new trend, farm to plate? And
I've been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah, it's nothing new. So that's the connection. I mean, he grew up in a small town called Zugarramurdi in Spain, and they farmed there with sheep, and he always wanted to have that connection with the farm to the restaurant.
And what's on the farm? What's growing here and living here?
Mainly sheep. There's roughly 200 sheep with the lambs as well. There's pigs, chickens.
There's so much talk about ethically grown animals and growing our produce and the foods we eat that make it to our plate in the best way possible. So can you speak to how this farm does that?
Yeah, well, it's really important to us. I mean, we want to have a sustainable farm that's
Right.
going to last generations, and we want to make sure that our product that reaches the plate is ethically grown as possible.
Right.
So the lambs are going to be free range. I mean, the pigs are going to be free range. There's no cow glues. There's no isolation of animals.
Okay.
Obviously, if an animal is penned up and it can't move around, it can't burn energy. And that energy will go into growing the animal faster.
Right.
So here it's going to take longer, and that's important to us. So they're born in the field, and they need to be brought into the barn so they can dry.
That's amazing. And that's her mom?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And so explain the process to me. So baby's born, and then how long is it raised for before she visits the restaurant and ends up on a plate?
6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months, okay.
Yeah. Oh, here comes Chico.
Oh, there's
He's
Chico.
excited.
Hi, Chico.
He's the guard dog. He keeps watch all the time. It's his job to chase the coyote, right? Make sure that the film crew keeps on their toes. Oh, perfect. Good timing.
Feed the pigs.
Great.
We're gonna feed the pigs. So this is the true smell of a farm.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Fresh.
Not as good as the mint was.
Fresh country air, right? But it is part of the process. And we have the baby pigs. The pig cycle, rather than sheep, is much shorter. They're going to grow a lot quicker.
They sure are cute.
They are.
The Aguirre family's passion for fresh and exquisite food doesn't stop with bacon. They also grow a variety of fruits and vegetables, zucchinis, pumpkins, mint, tomatoes, and many others.
You can see how fresh it is, how long it's going to last in the fridge compared to a bean that you get to the store will last 3 days. This thing's going to last 2 weeks. You can see it has bumps, there's dirt on it.
Yep.
This is what we should be eating.
And these are the kinds of carrots that I buy at the grocery store because I want them to look like this.
Yeah, because they're going to be local.
Yes.
They're not going to have a massive amount of pesticides.
Right. Oh, my, thank you.
Big one.
We're having corn for dinner.
So earlier on, we were
Thank
looking at the
you.
lambs in the field eating grain. So in the back, behind the corn, you see quite a few of the mothers. They've now been separated because
Okay.
they need to get off of milk
Right.
and eating grain. So they've got the good life for a couple months. They get to relax through the winter.
It's like a maternity leave.
Yeah.
They're on mat leave.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go.
They've got work to do in the spring again.
Philip is going to walk us through one of my favorite meals. What are we making today?
We're doing Qualicum-based scallops in a Pernod cream sauce.
And just tell us, how far do these scallops come?
Well, they're on the Vancouver Island, so within 100 kilometers.
So that's pretty close. So let's get started.
So one of the great things about being in business for 42 years is that some of our dishes have been on the menu for over 3 decades. So the Qualicum-based scallops off of Vancouver Island are a great local product. When I cook, I like to season everything, a little flour to keep the moisture in. Let's get some onions going. Scallops into the pan. Some mushrooms. I like to cook things on high heat so that they cook quick and keep the moisture in there. Wine and everything, of course. And here's Pernod. It's a French liqueur, very similar to Sambuca. Smoothing it out with a bit of cream. And there we have it. That is our Nova Scotia scallops in a Pernod cream sauce.
So we've spent the day here at the Aguirre farm. We've seen what's grown here and what's raised here, and we've had an amazing time. And we know that all of the food that makes it to your plate at the Old Surrey Restaurant is raised with love and grace, and it tastes amazing, and there's no pesticides, and it's all organic. And so this is a true farm to fork experience. So go check out the Old Surrey Restaurant so you can taste all of the amazing foods.